Hello, 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 everyone. Thank you so much if you are watching this call right now. Super excited to share this information with you and share a little bit about us and what we do. So, first off, let me tell you guys, my name is Meek Mill and I'm from the city of Chicago. And the reason why I decided to partner with this phenomenal opportunity, the company Nove, was because I am from Chicago, guys, and I have a hair company here, and I was doing super great, right? But one thing that I was lacking was financial literacy. In my business, I made six figures, over $200,000 a year. I was buying Chanel bags, flying all over the world, right? And this is a little girl who come from very humble beginnings, right? So to make all of this money, there was no one in my family who taught me financial literacy. So unfortunately, about a year and a half ago, I kind of lost my business, right? I worked with numerous amounts of celebrities in Chicago. I went on tour, but I must say that it was super embarrassing to share that I lost my business. I looked at my personal credit cards and I was in debt. I looked at my business credit cards and I was in debt. And I looked up, guys, and I was $40,000 in debt. Although I had a salon and salon suites, it was awesome, but my salon owner went up $800 on my rent. I did not know what I was going to do. I got into my prayer room in my closet and I asked God. And I know many of you guys can relate when you get stuck and you're hitting rock bottom and you don't know what to do next. That was me. I was losing everything that I ever worked for. Then I seen my phenomenal business partner, mentor, and one of my closest friends, Jasmine, posting, doing so great. And I'm so glad that she shared this opportunity with me, y'all, because ever since I partnered with her, I remember asking her this question. I said, Jasmine, what made you decide to join and be a part of Nove? I seen you move from Chicago, sell your hair salon, get a Range Rover underneath your business name. She said, Meek, I'm going to be honest with you. It was the mentorship. And that was something that I was looking for. Right before I partnered with Nove, I paid this lady $2,500 to mentor me, and it was an absolute scam. So when I said yes to this opportunity, my life has completely changed. I now have an 816 credit score, guys, coming from a 600 credit score. When I got with this opportunity, I've been able to fix my credit for free. Not only do I have an 800 credit score, I also have over $350,000 in business credit and credit lines. Not only that, y'all, I'm mentoring and coaching people all over the world, right? Sharing with them how they can make money off of digital products and digital tools. And I get to travel all over the world with my business besties, okay? And the number one thing, I've been able to pay back all that $40,000 in debt just from this opportunity, just from learning about financial literacy. So I just wanted to share a little bit about me. I'm going to go ahead and pass it to my girl, Miss Kanesha Monet, who is going to come on here and share with you guys a little bit about her. Okay, so Monet, are you here?
Yes, yes, I'm here. Hey, everybody. Thank you so much, Meek, for that amazing introduction. And just kudos to you, Queen, for just always serving, always showing up, getting out of debt, helping other people. It's amazing what we really, truly do for our community. And not only that, but for generations to come, right? For our family, for our friends. We want to be assets and give as much as we can of this amazing information and knowledge. So, I joined Nove and I said yes because I knew that I needed to get in the room with like minded people. I knew that I needed to learn how to grow my businesses. I was laid off from my 9 to 5 and had no clue what I was going to do. So I came across my amazing mentor, Miss Jasmine Baker. She introduced me, she put me on to this amazing opportunity where I was able to leverage credit. I was able to grow my businesses. I was able to give back and help other people. So I came to Atlanta from California with just a dream, some savings, and a hope and a prayer. And I didn't know anything about financial literacy. I had a poor credit score. My credit was about 560. And I thought I was stuck. I didn't know that I can remove my student loans, right? So I decided, okay, I'm going to move to Atlanta. I'm going to get in the room. I'm going to start my life over. I opened up a design studio. And within a year and a half, I had to close the doors to my design studio. I was literally making money from my business, putting it back into the business. I was a hamster in a wheel, living paycheck to paycheck, right? I was an entrepreneur, but I was struggling, y'all. So I went and I got a 9 to 5. The only thing I knew, because I had a degree to rely on, and that 9 to 5 laid me off in 5 years, right? I planned on climbing the corporate ladder. I had plans. I wanted to retire with this company, and I knew that they weren't going to let me go because I was bringing in over 400,000 a year. So I'm like, they're not going to let me go. Like, I'm a valuable player here. But they did, all right? They laid me off, and I had no choice but to take matters into my own hand, right? I had to learn how to leverage, get in a room with other people. I was able to grow my interior design company, get into real estate investing, cryptocurrencies. I have a luxury car concierge, and I got my credit score all the way up to an 809 credit score, y'all. So I'm the proof in the pudding because I come from a background of not knowing anything about this, right? And I was able to accomplish so much. So I'm so thankful to share this platform with all these queens that you're about to hear from. So next up, I want to bring up my amazing sister, Triana. She's going to go ahead and tell us all about this amazing company and what's it been able to do for her. So Triana, are you there, queen?
I am. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. And I just want to give it back to you for always showing up for us, always being a great servant, and just helping your team and helping us as well whenever we need you. And I appreciate you so much. And all the rest of you ladies on this call, you guys are all my business besties. You already know we love each other so much. And I'm so thankful to share this platform with each and every last one of you. So I'm just going to get into a little bit about me really quickly. So let me just move this. I go by Tree. My brand is the Business Barbie. I have been an entrepreneur for many years now. I was a nurse, a full-time nurse. I left nursing in 2017. I have been a private dealer for 21 years. I have been fixing and flipping properties since 2010. I am also a day trader right now. It's a skill that I've learned a little over a year ago, about a year and a half ago, and I love doing that as well. And then I am also a business consultant and strategist, personal and business credit educator. And I have just already been in this space prior to joining Nove. So um, I joined Nove because at the time when I found Nove, I was just hungry. I was hungry for more, not just for more money, but more meaning. I already knew how to work hard. I was doing credit repair. I was doing financial consulting. I was helping improve people, helping people improve their lives, but I was still doing it all alone. And that's when Nove came into my life. And I joined because I wanted the leverage. All of the accolades that we had just made it easier for people to trust me. I wanted to build something that didn't just pay me, I'm sorry, one time, but paid me residually. Because when I was doing credit repair and everything on my own, like once I got paid, that was it. And, I would have to repeat this work for these clients every single month. So I was tired of trading my time for money. I wanted to help people fix their credit, fund their dreams, and build financial confidence. But I also wanted to show them how to create freedom. So no, they had everything I was already passionate about: credit, funding, business, growth, wealth, education. But it came with a system, a community, and leadership that poured into me. It wasn't just about getting paid, it was about elevating. So since joining Nove, my entire mindset and lifestyle has changed. I don't move with survival energy anymore. I move with strategy. And I've helped people get funded for their businesses. I've built a growing team of entrepreneurs who are learning how to earn from Wi-Fi instead of a time clock. And most importantly, I've created options. I'm not tied to one stream of income, one opportunity, or one way of making money. And no, they gave me a platform where I could scale everything I was already doing: credit repair, business consulting, life insurance, and more under one brand. But what really changed me wasn't just the income, it was the impact. Seeing single mothers become homeowners, seeing clients go from denied to approved, and seeing my team hit new ranks, that was the real reward. When I think about where I was before Nove, working nonstop, burning out, feeling like I was carrying the world on my back versus where I am now, it's night and day. I've learned that it's not about doing it all by yourself. It's about alignment and systems. Nove gave me both. It gave me community. It gave me mentorship. It gave me a family that prays, pushes, and profits together. Now I'm living life on my own terms. I travel when I want. I work when I want with who I want. I built something that my kids can be proud of. And that's why I tell people Novate isn't just an opportunity, it's a transformation. And if you're tired of feeling stuck, if you're tired of doing everything alone, or tired of just dreaming small, this is your sign, guys. Okay. So I hope that my story inspires you and helps you to just kind of want to do the same thing. And without further ado, I'm going to bring up my the next speaker, which is my business bestie and mentor, Jasmine Baker. Bring the slide back up.
Hi everyone. Listen, if someone sent you this call, it's because they love you and they care about you, right? Because 2.5 years, y'all, almost going on 3 years, I said yes to this amazing opportunity. When I say my whole entire life has transformed, y'all, not just changed, but transformed, right? A little bit about myself. I'm originally from Chicago, Illinois, born and raised, south side of Chicago, from Inglewood to be exact. If you know anything about Inglewood, then you know that Inglewood is a rough community to live in, right? It's a lot of violence, it's a lot of killing, and I myself was actually a victim of Chicago's gun violence. Um, as little as 7 years old, my father was gunned down, and that was always hard for me because, growing up and not even having the opportunity to have a relationship with my dad, it really impacted me so much, y'all. Um, Growing up, I was very angry. I dropped out of school when I was 16 years old, right? I got pregnant with my son at 16, had him at 17, and now I'm a teenage mom, right? With no financial literacy, without no father, right? And barely had guidance. Um, so being, trying to navigate in this world without the proper leadership and without the proper guidance, I found myself in a lot of messed up situations, y'all. I found myself not knowing the meaning of credit, right? Using my credit in all type of ways that didn't help me, that didn't serve me, y'all. I got an eviction in my name, and I'll never forget, y'all, applying for 10 apartments. Y'all ever apply for apartments and you know how they want you to pay that $50 fee every time you apply? Y'all, it was so frustrating. I spent over $300 on applying for apartments just to get denied for every apartment that I applied for, y'all. How many of you guys ever been in that situation, y'all? It got so bad that I had to use CPNs just to get an apartment in my name. But listen, but God, okay? Because what God has in store for you, no man can take you from that, y'all. I became a hairstylist, right? Even though I dropped out of school, I found something that I was great at, and that was doing hair. And even if you're an entrepreneur and you make money, how many of you guys understand that it don't matter how good you are at something. If you don't have financial literacy, if you are using your own money to fund that business is not going to grow, right? Your own money can only take you so far in business, y'all. So in 2022, I was getting ready to be evicted from my salon business because I had a slow season and I didn't have the money to back that slow season up. But guess what, y'all? I found my mentor who at the time he was driving a Bentley. He was living in a $500,000 home. And he told me about this company, Nove, and how Nove not only helped him fix his credit, build his business credit, but it set him free financially. At that time, I didn't care about all that other stuff, y'all. I was more so worried about fixing my credit. So I paid my 349 and got started with this opportunity that you are hearing about right now. Two, almost 3 years ago, and my whole life has changed. I've been able to become the first homeowner in my family. I've been able to build my business credit. I've been able to get approved for over $350,000 in available credit underneath my personal and business name. I've been able to break so many generational curses, right? And I've been able to establish relationships with my business besties who you guys are hearing from on this same call. So whoever sent you this call, I want you to ask yourself this. Are you poor or are you poor? Passing over opportunities repeatedly. Hear me out. You're not poor, you're poor. Passing over opportunities repeatedly. So do me a favor. Don't pass up this opportunity, and your life can change the same way mine did. All right, I'm going to bring up my business bestie, Alexa, so she can tell you why she said yes to this amazing opportunity.
Thank you, thank you. Guys, first of all, somebody say, I want you to think about this. I want you to say new beginning to yourself, because the person who sent you this call, the person who shared this information with you, they wanted you to have a new beginning. Every one of these women that you have heard for before me talked about how this thing has changed their life, how it has been a new beginning for them. And that's literally what it did for me too. Just a little bit about myself. I am a mother of three. I have an 18-year-old, a 7-year-old, and a 6-year-old daughter who is on autism spectrum. And I'm a retired Navy veteran. I used to work for the Department of Veteran Affairs. I have my own tax company. I have my own financial services business. I publish several ebooks, and the list goes on. But as someone who's been through it, you guys, like, I know what it's like to look like success on the outside, but be drowning on the inside. I was a woman who built up her life, built up a career, a family, everything. And then I watched it all fall apart, lost everything. After my marriage ended, I was left with $30,000 in credit card debt. I'm talking about swimming in it. Couldn't sleep. I had a 433 credit score, because when you paying minimum payments on stuff, eventually you're going to start having some late payments too. I watched my credit score drop from the 700s to a 433, y'all. I'm talking about dropped. And now my three kids, they looking at me like, Mama, what we going to do now? So I found myself at times trying to figure out what my next move was, looking for money, searching for money, selling things out of my house. And then I came across Jasmine Baker, who you guys just heard from. That's my mentor. I came across Jasmine, and she presented this opportunity to me, and she told me how it had transformed her life in just 6 months at the time when I met her. And I said yes. I said yes because I didn't have a backup plan. I had to become my own backup plan. So I joined this thing simply looking for a way to pay off this $30,000 in debt that I was swimming in. And I was able to not only pay off this debt, get myself completely out of debt, but I was able to take my credit score from a 433 back up to the 700s in 8 months. I've had over 60 items deleted off my credit with the credit repair software, My Innovative Speaks, that comes included with your membership when you join. This same credit repair software that myself and all the women that spoke before me talked about. We all have used this to help change our own life. I went back to the 700s. My credit score went up. My kids are doing good. We're doing good. 16 months into this thing, I was able to retire myself from the VA. So I'm trying to tell you, if you're looking for a way to get out of that 9 to 5 and set yourself free, get that true time freedom, then you want to say yes to this opportunity, because that's what I was able to do in just 16 months. I retired myself. I now get to homeschool my special needs daughter. I'm completely debt free. And I have a credit score back in the high 700s. Now I get to teach other people how to do the same. That's where the fulfillment comes from. I get to show other people the exact blueprint that I did that helped me start my own credit and money franchise, pay off my debt, get my credit under control, and set myself up financially and with time freedom. And you guys, now we're just offering these services to people who already need them. They're already looking for credit. They're already looking for funding. They're already looking for LLCs. They're already looking for extra income, just like you, because you wouldn't be watching this call if you wasn't looking for that. I get to help people learn about financial literacy, and that's the true passion. I get to show people that you can be a living proof of turning your pain into profit. Thank y'all so much for watching this. Thank you so much. You didn't have to take your time out, but I'm glad you did. And honestly, you're going to thank yourself later. Bye.
And before we get you guys off this call, I do want to share one more thing with you guys, okay? Because I want you guys to see that this is not a gimmick, right? We are not selling you anything. We are just showing you guys the way to freedom. So what I want to do is share my screen with you guys, right? The name of our company is Nove, the credit and money company. And when you enroll, you're going to get something called a back office and a website, right? And inside of your back office, you're going to have everything, your earnings, you're going to have upcoming calls and trainings, right? You're going to be able to see everything that you've earned. And I want to show you guys, since I've said yes to this opportunity to date, y'all, I have made over $283,000. This year alone, I've made $134,000, almost $135,000 actually. And this is all from working from my phone. All you need is a phone and a mentor and coachability, and you can do the same thing. All of the ladies that you guys heard from, they were able to do the same thing. When you sign up and join us, you guys are getting your own links. You're getting your own website, and you're going to be able to start making money right away. We're going to mentor you. We're going to coach you. We're going to train you. And don't worry about what you don't know. Just be willing to learn. Also, when you say yes to this opportunity and enroll for $349, you're going to get free credit restoration. You're going to get free business credit trainings. We're going to help you form your LLC. If you already got an LLC, we're going to show you how to build your business credit. So if you are ready to level up and you are tired of being in a rat race, then let the person know who sent you this video that you are ready to get started and to send you this link. Remember, Nove just stands for new beginnings, and this could be your new beginning. We love you guys. Thank you so much for joining us, and we'll see you on the other side.